Written by Murphy here with another book review. I finished reading Dignity, Its Essential Role in Resolving Conflict by Donna Hicks, PhD. I found this book and I chose it because I had read a book by Rosa Parks, Reflections by Rosa Parks, which was a collection of different, stories and her experiences. And she mentioned times when stuff hadn't gone her way. She told that her mother had taught her to have dignity. And I thought, I have no idea what that means. I don't know how to go about having dignity other than, maybe wearing a really fancy dress on a red carpet. That's not right. And that certainly wasn't Rosa Parks' life. So what was she talking about? Because it did seem to me that she had dignity. Wow, really? So I'm like, I should know what that's about. Okay, books, what have you got to tell me about dignity? So I found this book called Dignity. Like, exactly. That's what I want to know. What can they tell me about dignity? All right. She did a great job of breaking it down. It's a pretty easy to read book. I recommend it. And I actually printed out and put up in my cube the 10 essential elements of dignity that she had noticed. She did the 10 essential elements, and then she also talked about the 10 ways we kind of react to things without dignity. We react to insults to our dignity, right? Okay, but let me just talk about the essential elements of dignity. Acceptance of dignity. Approach people as your equals, neither inferior nor superior to you. Recognize them, validate them for their talents and who they are. Acknowledge them, pay attention, recognize and acknowledge them and validate them. Inclusion, include them in what you're doing and make them feel like they belong. They're in a relationship with you. Safety. Safety means free from bodily harm and free from psychological harm. Be safe. Treat people fairly. I barely need to break that down. You know what that means. Go Google it if you have, or search it if you have trouble on that one. Independence. Empower people to act on their own. That is a huge thing for me personally. I like to be independent, and I definitely want to give other people independence. Don't be leaning over my shoulder. And I'll do the same for you. Understanding. Believe that what other people matters. Give them a chance to explain themselves, express themselves, and listen so that you understand and don't misunderstand. It's treating them with dignity, treating others with dignity to understand them. Take the time. Here's a good one. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Start with the premise that they have good motives and are acting with integrity. You can also say that's innocent until proven guilty. Give them that slate to begin with. Boy, I hate it when I'm not treated that way. Accountability. Take responsibility for your actions. My actions. And if I've violated someone else's dignity, if I haven't treated someone with dignity, I need to acknowledge it, change it. Those are the 10 elements of dignity. Beautiful. Absolutely. And if I find that I'm not treating other people in that way, I need to change. I've done something wrong. And if I recognize that these things are happening towards me, oh, that's what that is. I could call it any other thing. It could be from some sort of other motive. The why. I don't have to know why. I don't even have to worry about it. It's like, oh, right there, that happened. I'm not being treated with dignity. I can take steps. I have the right and a reason to take steps to change the situation. It was really wonderful. This was a great book. Practical, not, she's a PhD, but she didn't talk over people's heads. Oh, she treated us with dignity. She gave us the attention and understood what it is we could deal with. So I really recommend this book. I felt like it was a great way to start. I actually took out these 10 things and told my daughter about it. And she said, Yeah, that's how people should be treated. It's extremely, how can you argue with any of this? And to hold these up like, oh, I should treat people this way. If I were to notice her not treating me in this way, I could say, hey, you weren't fair. You didn't take the chance to understand me. And I could tell her, you're not doing that to other people. And she would instantly say, oh, you're right. I need to change that. And I can check myself. I can use it in my communication to other people and say it in a beautiful, simple way. I really loved the book. I felt it was a great starting point for conversations with others, if I need to have them, and for me to evaluate my life and my own actions. It was really good. I liked it a lot, and it seemed to treat me as a reader with dignity and give me some tools to treat others with dignity too. It's a great book. I'm so glad I read it, and it's going to be a touchstone for me. What do you think? How do you feel about treating other people with dignity? Do you remember times when you were not treated with dignity? Let me know. Let's keep the conversation going.